computer, a bunch of insurance stuff in it. Nothing to do with this, I'm like, oh no, that ain't gonna happen.
It's 10 cents a copy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yowzer.
You recently had some folks in there.
And then the one from back.
Yeah.
So these go back to April of '24.
Come on, Myron.
Morning.
Here for number 4.
Yeah, I assumed you put it on there, but I know a little bit about it, so I just thought I'd be your case.
Actually, Alicia put it on there.
How are you?
How you doing today? Good on this.
Just checking in on everybody?
Want to see how things are going, yeah?
Good for you.
Got a nice, warm, temperate President Day, so
Not a bad one.
I hate to say we could use some snow or rain, but
You got here rain Thursday, maybe?
Rain, snow, possible?
No, let's have rain at this point.
I'm not Friday morning. I don't know.
What'll be better on the roads, Myron?
Probably rain,
Probably rain. Okay.
unless it's gonna turn around and get 28 or negative 14 next week, then I think it's still much better.
Hope that doesn't happen for another year.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The agenda for today, I would like to change number 7, where it says acknowledge John Linneman's resignation to retirement for the agenda.
I have an issue with that.
Okay?
It's not a retirement, it says in here it's a resignation.
But if you read further, it does say retirement.
tell us what page that's on?
Says this several times, resignation, bottom of page 4, top of page 5.
Yeah, and they told me somewhere in here it says on his retirement, the last thing. I can't find it right now.
Just move along, there's gotta be some kind of, there's a reason.
I'll find it, so.
It's not right, but
Okay, can I get a motion to approve the agenda with the change?
I'll motion to approve the agenda with the one change.
I'll second.
Okay, call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bull's eye.
I will find it, we'll come back to it. All right, how about minutes?
I was absent, but I have read them, so I better have one of you guys make the motion.
Only question I have, Haley, on the resolution 26-8, on the approval of the animal shelter when we sold it, shouldn't Bruce's name be there instead of Ron?
He's coaching. That's how they've been all year. Aren't they all three listed?
No. Yes, it is.
I was
Excuse
gonna
me.
say, they should be, it's
It's on the
a
next page.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right.
yeah, 'cause we actually signed them last week, so.
That's what I thought.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes. And I'll second that.
Okay, call for a vote on the minutes.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bulls, aye.
And that gentleman's come in and paid already, so.
Oh, he has already?
Yeah. We have a form to fill out yet.
Yep, Derek.
Okay, discuss and approve replace secondary roads credit card. What can you tell me about it?
On the bank card itself, it had Deb Cummings' name under secondary roads, so we need to stop that and have you guys make a motion. Ask Myron, do you want to just leave it as secondary roads? Not put a name, or do you want to put?
Well, we have two credit cards, two different accounts. 20-plus years ago, we started one that had my name on it and upped it from $1,000 to $2,000 with out-of-state travel and things like that. Then we started one for the shop because we were finding that there were times we had to order parts online that needed payment up front instead of through a claim process, particularly with some of our older model ones. And so we had it in Doug's name, but the statement went to the courthouse, and we're not always at the courthouse. So Deb had it changed to the secondary roads address, and then it got changed from Doug's name to Deb's name. I don't have a problem with having a name associated with it, whether or not, sounds like some of the other department cards have just the department on them.
And then I write on the back CID, county ID, in case they're at the hotel.
Oh,
So
But
Myron's-
Deb's name was associated
Yeah.
with that other account, and we just need to remove her name from that account and either remove it and leave it just as a named account, or put
maybe put secondary
one of
roads
the
office.
other, yeah,
And then
Barb's name or somebody else's name on that if it needs a name.
is that one good with the $1,000 limit still?
That one was a $5,000.
Oh, that one was
if I
more,
recall
that one
right.
was more because of the parks, so. With the bank, that's what they'll need you guys to make that in a motion for farmers.
Okay,
I'd say whichever way Myron prefers.
you want to just have Barb's name in it, or do you want to have just secondary roads?
Maybe a secondary road shop or something, since that
What's
the account
that?
was primarily set up for parts if we had to pay for them up front when we ordered them online. We try to go through as many vendors as we can that will just produce an invoice and pay them after we get it, but some of that older equipment we're finding tougher to get, and we might have to go on eBay or to a distant junkyard or something, and those require payment up front.
That still comes to your office.
Yes.
We can still log in and see all of them.
I would make the motion to have it changed to secondary road shop.
Take Deb Cummings' name off.
Yep, take Deb's name off and have it under the secondary road shop.
Okay.
I'd second that.
Okay, call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bulls, aye.
Matt,
I'll get it sent to the bank, Mary.
Okay. I'd like to set a public hearing for land use requests for a new non-agricultural use for Cassandra Fatava at 9:15 on Tuesday, March 10th, 2026.
I would make a motion to approve a land use hearing date for Cassandra Patata for March 10th at 9:05 a.m.
Or 9:15.
9:15?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, 9:15.
I'll second that motion.
Call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bull's eye.
Thank you.
Sheriff.
Bonnie, or just accept Bonnie's retirement effective the 26th, 27th.
Need a motion on that, Tracy?
Yep, sure do.
I would make a motion to accept Bonnie Ellinger's retirement, 27th of February of 2026. I'd like to thank her for her years of service with us.
One second.
Okay, call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bull's eye.
And then the second one is just to accept John Lindeman's resignation, just because I don't want to get caught up in a lie here, that's what these papers say. Effective March 1st.
You need a motion on that, or you still?
Well, like I said, I was told by legal counsel that we should call it retirement.
And what's the reason? It's gotta be a game. Because it says in here like 8 times, resignation. You can call it what you want, but I know what the paperwork says.
Legally, is there any, I don't have a clue. I don't know what difference it would make.
We've got an email from, I see an email here. that
Any idea, John, what difference it would make?
From Derek.
I'm just here to watch what you guys do.
I think the sheriff is just trying to be consistent with the contract you guys signed.
Right.
Why all of a sudden there's a change this morning?
There's nothing in there that says anything about retirement. If so, we need to redo this paperwork.
Are we allowed to disclose what the attorney said?
He said it's in here that it's retirement, the last sentence, and I'm looking for it. So bear with me. I'm not an attorney, so I can't understand. It takes a while to soak in.
I looked, I didn't see it.
find it right offhand.
It doesn't say it.
I'll tell you what, let's come back to this later on during the meeting. Hopefully by that time, council will come back, okay? All right with you? Till council comes?
Is council coming?
He's coming.
Okay. I just don't know how he can change it. He's not even one that, he didn't even sign it either. I mean, how do you change something that his name isn't even on?
Well, you're saying change it, he's saying it's in here, and he read it to me over the phone, and I did not ask where it was in here. Why don't you move on to number 8, flood mitigation here.
Yep, I sent those to Bruce also, he wanted to have.
You look at them?
I did, yeah, I have copies of, where's the, what's the use of the building at 111 East Third Street? What's in it? Valuation's $24,000.
That is that little garage, like the assessor and land use department uses.
Okay, and they just have equipment stored in there?
Basically their vehicles, and
That's it?
I think so. We used to have other documents, but I think they got moved.
Also that, okay.
And then that other one is by the sheriff's garage.
The sheriff's garage,
And did
which
you
we
see
have.
that they recommended that we increase those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that was the question, that the sheriff's building at 205 Second Avenue, I believe that the increase to 100, from 143 to 158 is warranted.
But that other one, yeah, that's not.
The other one, I can't see any reason to increase it. if
It's
all
over
the
there
two
by those
stores-
recycling bins
Yeah,
in that parking lot.
yeah, I can't see a need to increase that from 24 to 27.
So leave that one as is.
Yeah, that
So
was,
that's the big, the sheriff's building's the big brown building.
right. I recommend the
The storage
increase on that.
garage.
The other one, 24,000 just for a little garage, I mean, if there's something coming, we can get everything out of there in a hurry. $3,000 difference in that versus in the $300 premium, I would say leave it at 24.
Okay.
So what's in the big, storage garage there, Dave?
Which one? In
The,
between the two?
yeah, with the rock floor.
That I don't, well, that's, I think there's a couple trailers in there.
There's trailers in there,
The spotlights are in there,
okay?
which I think they're wanting to get some, that into a heated storage.
Yeah, they are, I think they're diesels.
But that's Scott and Dean.
Oh, is the big generator in there?
No, but that should be, that's over in the reserve garage.
Okay.
Because the weed department doesn't use any of that one, does it?
No, but we're trying to get that other, we're trying to maybe figure out a way for us to take over that whole building. With all the Dwayne Arnold stuff coming in,
Well,
because we're storing, you know, we're the host county to store a lot of stuff.
For the nuclear plant?
What's that?
For a payload?
Yeah,
So do we have to cover the insurance, or are they?
that I don't know.
Like for
because they're in
liability?
the, that stuff's in the rescue part, where the rescue truck was.
Just a little bit, but that's, they're bringing in a lot, according to Dean and Scott. Well, that's where the Bearcat will go too.
But that stuff's not mobile either.
Those supplies,
Yeah,
mobile as far as,
they're not in a trailer or anything.
oh, no.
So,
They're sit- It's
yeah.
just sitting on the floor on racks right now. But it's,
Oh.
because there's some public health stuff that we're storing over there. I mean, it's just kind of turned into a,
A storage place.
right.
But this insurance is for the building, not for contents.
Okay,
So that's, we're just covering the facility and stuff.
That might be a question, Bruce, when you go to Heartland next, maybe ask him. for
What,
contents if we start storing that for,
for Dwayne?
if we need to cover, or if their insurance would cover that for us.
Yeah, I'll make a note, thank you. I might just send an email to Judy.
Yeah,
So
and that
that I have it.
might be something they'll reimburse us for with that grant too, I don't know.
Yeah,
But we might need a budget for that.
Tracy.
Thank you. Okay, so can I get a motion then?
I would make the motion to increase the insurance coverage on the storage building for the sheriff and leave the other storage building at the current rate.
And then authorize a handwritten claim to pay them today.
And then authorize the auditor's office to do the handwritten claim to pay those two accounts.
I'll second that.
Discussion on the motion, please. I just would like to know the premium increase, what that's gonna cost.
For the building itself, looks like about
706, 708.
Just the one.
$300.
What's that?
Just for
300.
one.
300 for the 24,000, but if we don't,
No. It's 5,812.
oh, okay, yes, I'm sorry, I was adding backwards. Subtracting about
$300.
300 bucks total.
$300 with 15,000 more insurance.
And we pay it once a year.
And the other one's gonna stay the same. Yeah, see, that was $300 higher for only $3,000 of coverage.
Increased it, exactly. And that's just for the buildings, nothing to do with what's inside of it.
Now, food for thought. Everything in there is more or less on wheels, right,
On the,
guys?
What's that?
On a small building?
That one's not theirs. That's the courthouse's.
The one over there where the recycle bin is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not ours. I don't even know
Like I
what's in
said,
there.
The assessor's truck and land use department puts their truck there, so I don't know if they have like storage containers possibly in there too. But I would think they're waterproof by now,
That went through one flood, didn't it?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We learned the hard way then.
I know it's $1,000, $1,000, so.
Or should we leave them both the same? Everything in Dave's building is mobile.
I know it, but the building itself, see, a lot of his building's insulated. So if this does get water in there, you're gonna have to tear
Is
the
that
inside.
building insulated, that brown storage building?
I believe so. It's got tin in there, I would think it's insulated. It's heated.
No, not that, the big one with the three big doors.
I
No,
doubt, no, that's not
No.
insulated.
Is that the building where, because that's a Second Avenue address.
The one that faces east,
Yeah,
I don't think that's insulated.
because that's,
no, that ain't insulated.
is that the building we're talking
I
about?
don't think it is.
That's the one I've been thinking of. Because that would be the only one that would be on Second Avenue. The other one would be on well, the garage doors are on Second Street, across from the fire department. And then the other building is, I think it would be the same address as the sheriff's office, because it's behind on that same,
In between the alley, which really isn't an alley.
no, that's
Yeah,
county.
but I can't see that
That
full
one is-
building, they got it assessed at 158,000 for a.
That
full
little
building.
one?
Well, that's what it is. That's
Well,
why I
well,
think
also-
it's gotta be,
But also courthouse has part of that too. They have one stall in that same building you're talking, right?
Oh, is that where our mower is?
Yep,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
remember? He's got the far west stall.
see, that's the building it's gotta be at.
That's it, yeah, and then there's
Yeah.
that stall, and then there's one,
Was there 5 stalls in that
I
building?
think so.
According to Google, that's 205 Second Avenue.
That's the big storage building.
According to Google, that's 205.
And see, that ain't insulated.
But that shows actually 206. There's no 205.
And that, because that other one is just on the other side of what would be an alley, but it's where we had the concrete fixed. That one is insulated and heated,
That's what I'm guessing it is.
because there's no way that other one's worth $158,000.
Those are the ones we must have claimed FEMA damage on because that's why we're having to be forced to continue this. I think in the flood, wasn't there a lot of files that got wet and destroyed in your office stuff?
Yes. How did that?
How can we figure this out then?
We've done it the last couple of years.
I know it, but I mean,
I want to make sure we get the right building. we're
Yeah.
Let
talking
me pull it up
about.
on Beacon and you can look at it. So what's the address on that one, say?
205 Second Avenue.
You want to come look at it?
Yes.
It's the one where the weed and all them are it's showing this whole building. That's what the weed department uses it to. It's that whole building
Oh,
that's
they're-
separated.
Yeah, they're talking where the
So they-
evidence and everything
Yeah,
is.
that's what I thought, because that's where you got stuff that was wet.
Because I guess the
Here, I'll show you the square footage.
walk-in entry door is on Second Avenue.
Yeah, it's all that building.
That one we probably need.
Okay.
coverage.
Because it did get flooded the last time.
Yeah, they just had a new furnace put in that.
Okay.
So that's in addition, this coverage is in addition to our other property coverage we already do.
Right, right.
Yeah, that has 2 restrooms in it,
So it would house the weed trucks too.
and all their equipment.
So then the next question is, do you want to still insure for $1,000 the other one?
That one is, like you said, rock bottom, there's nothing fancy about it.
There's
We
no
used to-
cement on the inside of that one?
I don't think so, we used to put the VA van in there once in a while too, I thought, years ago. You wanna look at that one too?
Yeah, but you can't see the inside, can you?
What's that one's address? It's their,
Rear, 111 East 3rd Street.
You're 113, Dave?
Sorry, what now?
Your address is 113 East Third?
113 East 3rd, yeah. Sorry, we were discussing something here.
So
113 East 3rd.
111 would be,
Is there 111?
that's what they've got it.
Is it the garage to the north?
But I'm wondering if that isn't what they're talking about.
The unheated one you're talking?
it's not coming up under that.
I can't find it at all.
If it's the heated building, I agree with more coverage, but if it's that unheated building, I would say no.
I guess it
Here,
wouldn't
we
be the
just
one
have
between the
another
fire
3rd
station, because that
Street in
would
here.
be Second Street.
Oh, that's-
And I guess the walk-in door.
What's it look like on the assessor page?
I'm trying to find it on the Beacon.
I can't find, Beacon's coming up a blank for me.
Well, that address, but sometimes it's real vague, it'll just have like a street. There's no picture on it. Got it from back in '09, I think. And it was the sale.
If it helps any, just Googling it, 111 East Third is actually the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole building, that's what the address said. That's what you were at, 111 East Third? At least Google, just a quick check.
So is that tree stall?
Is that what it is, 3? That faces east.
Yes.
Yeah, there's 3 big garage doors there.
And that's gravel in there.
Yep, that's gravel and not insulated.
So
Yeah.
it's not that other one then we're talking about?
No.
Okay. That's the one we thought it was all along.
205 Second.
So both of them basically are over by the jail.
Because the door on, across from the fire station is on Second Avenue, the walk-in door. That one I could see doing the insurance on, raising it. The other one, no.
I mean, you're only talking what difference that they want us to increase it by? 3,000?
$300.
But I mean, the actual content, like what was the dollar amount that, for the
Oh.
increased coverage?
From 143,000, what we have right now, to 158,000. So you're gonna increase the value of the building by 15,000 for $300. That I have no problem with.
So then you're talking about that other one.
But as for the other building, that's that pole building with the 3 doors that is not insulated and a gravel base inside, I don't see why, everything in there that I know of is,
Got a
on
hitch on it.
wheels.
It's got a hitch on it, right?
Yep,
What's a built, you just have to look at a bid, what is that building? 40 by 30?
Be a good
it don't
guess.
say the size.
So are we talking about this, 2 different buildings at the same address, or what do we,
It's the one you had pulled up originally, it
With the
had
3
3
doors on
doors
it?
on it, yeah.
that's 205 East Second?
That's what we're guessing. I'm thinking, my personal opinion is drop the insurance on that building.
Keep it at 143?
No, go ahead and raise that one to $158,000 for that $300. But the second building, for,
The one at 111 East Third Street.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's what I said, keep that one the same, at 24,000.
You want to drop it?
drop it, forget it, don't even insure it.
Oh, don't even cover it?
No,
Then you're going to have
That's
to
that pole
rescind the
building.
motion, because you already had a motion and a second on the floor.
oh, we did?
Or we can just vote no on it.
Well, this one you got to, that one you should cover.
What's the address on that one? 205 Second Avenue?
Yep,
And that's the big one with all the weed and all that.
yes.
It used to be a polling place too for us.
Yep. Well, I would change the motion on the floor
Okay,
to up the coverage on 205 Second Avenue, which houses the weed department and sheriff's department
okay,
equipment, and to drop the insurance on the pole building at 111 East Third Street, which is behind the sheriff's office on the same line.
okay,
And still allow me to pay the
got it?
Yep.
And, yeah, and still make the
payment. for the-
handwritten checks.
Yep, and still make the handwritten check for the 205 Second Avenue property.
Okay. Agree with that?
Yeah, I'll second that. I'm not familiar with the building, so.
So how's that gonna change the premium? Because you're switching.
No, we're dropping one and
We're
then increasing the
dropping
one by
one
$300.
and raising one $300.
Okay, so you're just swapping, so it's an even
No, we're
It's
still
$700.
saving $700.
savings in it, no? Yeah, because you had same coverage, you just left 205 to start with, on the same coverage, and you were gonna increase,
Our coverage went up 15,000,
300, the premium was going up $300.
yeah, for $15,000 more coverage.
On that 111 East Third, correct? That's what, the one you were talking about.
That's the one we're dropping,
That's the one you're dropping.
yep.
So isn't that all tied together? Shouldn't that affect the premium, the total premium then?
No, two separate policies,
Two separate policies, okay?
okay? Yeah, motion, you second it, we're gonna call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bull's eye. I'm also gonna check when I get a hold of Judy about replacement, guaranteed replacement costs. I don't know if they offer that or not. I didn't see it on there. And they may not on the commercial building.
Number 6.
Yeah, it's that time.
So I'm looking at March 24th, but I didn't know, because that one has to be separate, remember? So did you want to change it to be more accommodating to the public, or?
Yes.
That morning, we have our regular meeting.
Didn't we say we were gonna do it at night?
Well,
We
we've
did.
been asked before by the public,
Okay.
so if you want to do like a 5:30?
How soon do you wanna start on it? Still in February yet, or March?
No, March 24th, because I can't have it, because everybody has to have the date and times proposed by March 3rd in the DOM system, because then I have to do the mass mailing. So it can't be less than 10, more than 20.
24th falls within that, correct?
Yep. By the time the mailers get the statements out and we publish in the paper and all that, we should be fine. And again, that's just the maximum levy hearing. So it's telling the public what the maximum rate is gonna be. Cities, schools, everybody has to set their maximum by that time. And I'll forewarn you, that statement is just as confusing this year. Because they're looking at $100,000 assessment. And then even if we don't increase our levies, it's showing an increase because the property valuation's increased. So,
So how about the 26th of March?
I'd rather keep it the 24th, the Tuesday that night. And maybe you want to do your regular one later in the day. And then stay. But it has to be two separate meetings. Because right now, that meeting is just simple agenda, claims. Or we could do it Monday or Wednesday too, I guess, but kind of like that.
Wednesday's probably still Lent yet.
We do it Monday,
Either Monday or Tuesday.
so it doesn't fall on conservation, right?
Let's go with the Tuesday.
7 o'clock? Too
Is that
late?
Late,
Too late? 6 o'clock?
I'd say 5:30 or 6. Otherwise, you're getting into people's supper hour and
6.
evenings.
6.
Works for me.
March 24th at 6.
And that's the maximum levy hearing.
Correct. I have to publish this in the paper and everything too. I hope by then, the people should have their statements in the mail also. It's not the assessment, it's not their tax statement, it's just the notice.
Can I get a motion then from somebody for a 6 o'clock budget hearing on the 24th of March?
I'll make a motion to have a max levy budget hearing March 24th at 6 o'clock PM.
I'll second that.
Call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Steve and I.
Bull's eye.
All right. I found it here.
I know, it's got nothing to do with us.
I know it. Okay. So you're all right with it, retirement?
No,
You're not retired?
No, he didn't retire. It says in there 52 times that he resigned.
The bottom of page 4, you read that then?
That's IPERS, his IPERS retirement. What's the sentence before that say? Read it out loud. Read it out loud, Tracy. Linneman's employment with the release party shall be deemed voluntarily resigned and permanently separated effective on the earlier of.
Date on which the Iowa Public Employees Retirement System, IPERS.
But that's not us.
Linneman's retirement.
Right. We're not IPERS.
Well, I guess I disagree when it comes right down to it, so.
Tracy, we are not going to do this. This is wrong. It says right in here, resigned. It doesn't say anything about retirement. If you're going to do this, then we hold off. It's not right. It doesn't say anything about retirement.
Okay, then we'll hold off on it then, all right?
Okay?
Derek's on his way.
Derek's on his way. You can't change it in the fourth quarter of the 2-minute warning. It says right in here, you can't change the verbiage.
We'll wait for legal counsel then. I'm just going by what they're saying. I'm no attorney.
His name is, he didn't even sign it anyway. How can he change what it says?
Okay. Report.
I went to, Bruce was busy, so I went to the health meeting with the county. Very well represented. The sheriff had representatives. Almost everybody in the courthouse had somebody there, conservation. Darn it, I wanted to pick on Myron. They were gonna see if they could get a hold of the new lady at Secondary Roads and see if Myron would let her be on that. And then we would have pretty much everybody covered. They've got a really good game plan going. They were hoping that the grouping everything together and having drawings for the $500 winners would keep attracting people to do all their insurance stuff to get us that 5% instead of the 4% this next year. Kind of the lady in charge this year is going to be Cece with conservation.
And it's still the same physical form and all that?
Yep. They were talking about just do the physical and the online assessment might not be required.
And I think that's what a lot of the holdup is.
And that might have, they felt that was some of the holdup.
Some people think they can access your info and use it,
But Bruce can probably give us an update on that after their next meeting.
Right. I know that some of the incentives they have for the walking challenge, from March 1st to September 30th, individuals were earning $1 a day each day they reach 10,000 steps. So, I mean, there's some incentives out there for employees to get some stuff. They've got flyers that are going out. They're attacking this thing full bore.
you just have to sync the app to that.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
use your smartphone or your, what is the other one, Fitbit.
Fitbit, yeah. Anyway, they're going at it with guns blazing, man. I'd be just completely flattened if they don't reach that goal. Because they're not waiting around. Nope, this is happening, so they're doing a wonderful job. They really are.
Okay, you got any more reports yourself?
I do not.
Don't you have a safety meeting this week too?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Heartland Safety Committee at
Yep.
2.
You can't stress the importance of that safety committee.
I think Alicia's gonna ask who's going to the OSHA training.
Oh, coming up next week? Or no, when is
It's
it?
in March.
It's in March. Yeah, I think that's the 24th when we have the
Yeah,
same day. Yeah, I saw that.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's a 2-dayer.
Yeah, so hopefully one or two from the safety committee would go, I would hope.
Yeah.
I met with the Benton Mayor and some of the council people and the sheriff's department over the dispatch contract last week. And I think we got it ironed out, didn't we?
I believe so. I think we had a good meeting.
We're gonna put that on in a couple weeks for all those contracts.
Okay.
Did you guys see in the legislative top priorities that they're thinking about changing that E911 where the state cannot come in and raid the account?
I heard that was
That's
in the works.
It's in the works, yeah. I don't know if it's in the funnel or not.
Funnel week, because a lot of times they get a counter and have their amendments to those articles.
Right, but that was good to see that they're,
Yeah.
because part of the stuff I've been reading on that is that this business about trying to rein in the county spending, they're
Yep.
finding that all of these unfunded
Mandates.
mandates are killing the counties. So we're asking them to do things in there, and we're just, so it's being talked about, finally.
And our affiliate is putting together, I'm doing a spreadsheet, kind of like the last 5-year average. I'm looking at our general fund balance reserves, what our expenses are from July to September before we get our first half of taxes. And if they're limiting us to 10%, you know, that could cut you really short if that's all you could leave in there. We're trying to give them hard data so that they see what it affects, not just hearsay.
Well, it kind of looks like somebody had an idea, and all of a sudden now they're getting all the input.
Well, and we're also doing one for the $25,000 exemption.
Yeah,
That's the money that the
Well, that
entities
was-
won't get, so we're trying to give them hard dollars.
yes. So they're, all of a sudden they're saying, whoa, we gotta really,
So that one's in the tax,
That's in the tax reform.
because there was a lot of stuff in.
There's a
some
lot of
those.
amendments, so they're gonna come to that.
oh yeah.
Okay.
It might not even go through this year, but still, we gotta think about it.
Okay. That'll be 2 years.
Well, we could pass it and we have to
Hey, Derek.
abide by it next year.
You bet you dressed for court.
I was.
Okay, Derek, bring us up to speed. We have two different opinions in the contract. I understand where it says resignation about 4 or 5 times in it, and then also it says approve Linneman's retirement application, so.
Correct,
For IPers.
for IPers.
We're not IPers.
I get that. I'm just saying that,
Why do you want it changed?
can I talk, please?
Go ahead.
The reason why, it was brought up with all council yesterday, that the deal, like, retirement, okay? I'm like, all right, because we were all under the impression the deal was hanging on getting the whole IPER situation done. And one side says it could affect if it's not labeled a certain way, and there's other side that, okay, what it could be. I don't know. I am not familiar with IPERS, to be honest. However, I didn't think it was that big of an ask if it meant to get this deal done. And the way I interpret it, it's like it doesn't make sense when it's like retirement application with them, and it'd be considered retirement. Okay, because I agree. It does say resignation. It does. And it would be considered voluntary resigned upon March 1st if this paperwork was not completed. But it was. And so, only thing I can do is give my recommendation to be like, if this means to finish up the deal and be done with it, make the answer simple. If it's, want to call it resignation or whatever, and something may come up afterwards, may not, I don't know, because probably gonna be conflicted out of it now. That's up to the people who make decisions. I'm just giving my recommendation. I'm one to just be always, looking out for the best interests of the county and the time and stuff that's put into this, which has been put in a long time. And so I thought if it was that. word exchange, I don't know. It could be figured out one way or another. But that's just, that's my recommendation. Do with it what you guys want, but I think that's all I can do. I can't say either or, I can just propose. And that's just the way I understand it, and the way I interpret things, and the way I understand it all. And so that's why I base my recommendation off of that.
Okay.
My point is, it doesn't say resignation. It doesn't. You can't just change the verbiage because you feel like you should. You say as far as getting this deal done, the deal's done, it's signed, it was signed back in December. So we can't change it just because it's gonna fit somebody else's, what they want to do. It says plainly in here, how can you call it something other than a resignation? It doesn't say anything about retirement. Why, how can you legally put that word even in there?
I'm just telling you.
I know that's what your opinion is, but how can you legally give your opinion to change a legal document, the verbiage on a legal document?
Because legal documents all the time get litigated.
Oh, so this is necessarily as worthless as the paper it's printed on, possibly? Is that what you're
And
saying?
I'm just saying that if there's a legal argument that has to be brought up, I'm not gonna say to which that could be, because this is not the time or place to say it, but if there's a legal argument that exists, that's a possibility, because it happens all the time in construction contracts and everything. So, I'm just telling you, that's just how I interpret it. You guys can do whatever you.
Can we accept the separation? Can we call it that? Are we hung up on just the word?
I don't get it. It just makes no sense. This makes zero sense why we're trying to change this. Like I said, fourth quarter, 2-minute warning, we're trying to change the verbiage in a legal document, a legal resignation. Doesn't say anything about retirement.
There's a reason why all of a sudden this morning this is coming up.
Right.
Why are we all of a sudden on our heels and gonna change this?
You guys are falling for
For
it.
an unknown reason.
There is no reason. They're trying to change the verbiage in a legal document. You can't call it what it's, I mean, why don't we say we fired him then? We didn't.
Nope.
Okay, and he didn't retire either. So can we say we fired him? Can we put that in there? No.
I'm just, that's all.
Do you hear what I'm saying though?
I mean,
That's
that's in
all
a similar
I'm telling
vein, all of
you.
a sudden we wanna change it to,
Yeah, we fired him. I want to do that. Can we do that?
I would highly not suggest to
Why?
do that.
It's no different. Why?
Breach of contract.
Fire, resign.
Here's all I'm saying,
I know what you're saying.
is there's pros and
Basically, what you're
cons.
saying is this document is a fluid document and you can massage it how you want.
There are certain things legally that have to be done in performing a deal, and if someone disagrees with that, guess what? It gets litigated. Regardless of what you think it says, or whatever, it's usually determined by.
we're interpreting it
I was
other
just
than what it
telling you.
is.
It's black and white, Derek.
I'm
It's
just,
black and white.
I'm just telling you my opinion. You can deal with it what you want. If you want to call it resignation, then do it,
Well, that's what it is.
okay? If you want to call it retirement, then do it.
Except
I gave you my legal recommendations, my opinion, and it's not, I can't make that decision. I'm just telling you, that's my job. I can give opinions all day long. Heck, no one has to follow it.
Well, how can you give a legal opinion on a document that's already signed and dated? I'm so confused how you're going to change what it says. You guys do what you want. You know where I stand. This is wrong.
We got it,
for the
we got
record.
it, we
It's
got it.
wrong.
Ron,
I'm gonna take the legal advice and say we change it to retirement.
Bruce,
I don't know anything about the law when it comes to this, but if there's a chance that down the line it could come back and bite us, and if we change it, that removes that, is that correct?
It could.
Much?
That's the way, that's the email I understood. I'm just telling you. without doing a deep dive, I'm looking at it face value.
Can I back out of this and say no? I want to get a different opinion. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. I stand up for what's right, and I'm not going to stand for this. It doesn't say retirement. So, something happened, and again, I wasn't privy of any information. Something happened. They didn't like the verbiage in their agreement that they signed. And we're just going to change it? Really?
My opinion, though, it's just one word.
Then why change it? Why change what the document says?
Why is this such a big factor though this morning?
Right. What happened?
I got an email the other day when they saw the agenda, because the way it's being proposed, the way the deal is foundation on, if it screws up the deal, I said there could be a worry that it could be a breach. That's all I'm saying.
You can write in the contract.
So you're telling me the contract's wrong?
I'm just telling you the way the deal was predicated.
So they messed up? Is that
I'm
what you're
just telling
saying?
you the way everyone understood.
Yeah, everyone understood it. I
You
read
can
it.
do what
30
you
times.
want. I'm just giving you my recommendations.
Why'd you even sign it then if it's fluid?
I didn't sign it.
Well, exactly.
That's why I'm here, giving my opinion, and you can do what you want with it.
You guys do what you want. You know what the right thing to do is. You know what it is. So you guys do what you want.
I just don't want no more litigations.
I think everyone wants this to be resolved. All parties want to be able to move on.
Yep. And we want to do it the right way. The right way. Just go by what it says. I don't know how you can do it legally any other way. It doesn't say anything about retirement. I don't know how you could legally do it.
I'm gonna take the advice of the attorney as well. I'll make the motion.
Okay?
I'll second.
Discussion on the motion. Will you vote? Is this just tied to that one last retirement verbiage for IFRS only? That's what it's tied to. That's basically where we're at. Okay, that's what I get. That's what I understood. So throughout the whole document, you're saying, what they're saying,
It does say it.
okay,
It does.
okay. So
And-
that's what it's tied to.
And when there's arguments of what one side thinks it says versus the other, there's only one way to figure that out, and it's not in here.
Correct. Well, if you remember way back, Ron, when you started, then you guys made a change to go to part-time, so that would help him out. So, you know, I know where you're at with this, and I know my opinion of what you should do. That's up to you guys.
My opinion, I mean, that's just what my gut's telling me, and people might hate me saying that, but like, when you read it, I get it. We all are on notice, at least put on by the attorneys, what the deal is predicated on, which I understand that, and, yeah.
Okay, we got a motion, we got a second, we're gonna call for a vote on changing it from resignation to retirement.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bull's eye.
That's just another 7 minutes.
Okay. All right, got anything else?
Do you want to approve that 7 minutes too? That's from your conservation.
Oh, I was there.
Sorry, I almost forgot.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's just what Shelby gave me.
Mine too, I did show up about 5 minutes late.
Oh, okay,
We're in dock your pay.
Okay.
I'll fix it.
All right, can I get a motion then for the minutes on February 9th with the conservation?
Minutes with the one correction that I was present for that meeting.
Okay,
I'll second.
call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bull's eye.
Thank you. Let's forgot those.
Is that it?
I got nothing.
I just wanted to thank all the elected officials. I'm with Senator Joe Ernst's office, Justin Jensen. My office is Cedar Rapids at the federal courthouse, and actually, I thought it was sort of interesting. I thought about being a lawyer myself, but then the interpretation of law was the reason I couldn't do it because it was so complicated, so I appreciate what the attorneys do too. It's very complicated, so I just I'll pass out my cards too, so you have my information. I'm sure Supervisor Tippy got probably a whole stack of these. You can use
That's all right, I'll take
Parker.
one.
I'll be
Yeah.
meeting with Joni and DC this week
Oh, perfect,
for the
perfect.
NACO conference.
Thank you.
Oh, of course, of course.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
thank you.
Of course. Thank you. Yeah, if there's anything we can ever do from the federal side, never promise anything, but always happy to assist, and also too, if there's constituents or people that just wanna tell us how great of a job Senator Ernst is doing, or the opposite, or just want to vent about policies or legislation, please feel free to send them my way, so thank you for all you do.
I'll say I became acquainted with Justin, he would just drop in the sheriff's office.
Well, it's been a while too, 'cause I used to work for Congressman Rod Blum under the old first district, so I'm known you for a while, Sheriff, now Supervisor. So.
All right, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to it, oh, sorry, Bruce.
Don't go right ahead, you're into it.
Make the motion to adjourn. I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.